Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. There is so much going on. We are in train of making a 400,000 subscribers video in which we've promised to answer some questions that have been sent in. And thank you for sending those questions. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Also, we streamed Baba Is You for the first time the day before yesterday, and that is up on the channel as well if you want to look at it. It is a very amusing and clever game, I have to say. Really entertaining to take part in that, probably less entertaining to watch us. And frankly, this is just maximizing your chances, which are good anyway, of shouting at the screen a lot to tell us to hurry up with things. Now, that is going on. Now, Lockout Lines. The pack has landed. It is October, so in our Patreon page, we have the Lockout Lines pack that is there, and there are some fantastic puzzles and already some very good feedback. So good news there. Now, let's have a look at what we've got today. Actually, it's worth mentioning there's killer and arrows in this, and we have, of course, along with our classic Sudoku app, we have a killer Sudoku app, arrow Sudoku, sandwich, chess, miracle, and one other, and I can't remember what that is. THERMO SUDOKU. There we go. I've got the full set. So those are all available in the links under the video. We've also got merchandise there, and it is fantastic to see so much of that going. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful community. Just the idea of 400,000 people having hit subscribe, and the fact that thousands of you watch these videos every day is heartwarming, frankly. We're very grateful. Now, this puzzle is called Landing Zone. It was sent in by somebody who signed their email as Mr. Fuster, but calling up the puzzle that they sent us calls them Mr. Neumann. So a bit hard to choose the name. I think we can be confident that their first name is Mr. at least. And the rules, I've literally only just noticed that this is absolutely weird, and I'm not sure if this is right. The rules are these. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In cages, and I'll come back to this, digits must sum to the small clue in the top left corner of the cage, if given. Digits along arrows must sum to the digit in that arrow's circle. So these three digits will add up to that one. They can include repeats in arrow Sudoku. Now, the thing I'm wondering about is the cages. There are 8 cages here, and only one has its digits given. So what the heck is the point of the other cages? Sometimes you can have cages that stretch across boxes, and the fact that digits can't repeat in them, although that's not mentioned in the rule set, is significant. But here, I have a feeling, well, there's 2 possible ways this puzzle could go. Either something has gone wrong with the uploading of the puzzle in this state, and some, if not all, of these cages should have numbers in, should have clues to their total. Although the rule set does say if given. But there is no point marking these cages. You might as well only have this one. I think, yeah, the second possibility is that this is just a joke, in that it's a valid puzzle, but these cages have only been drawn in for either some aesthetic possibility, maybe a message at the end. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try and solve this puzzle like this. If I cannot finish, I'm going to go and check what we were sent and see if there are meant to be other numbers in the cages. Anyway, do give it a try. Basically, if you're seeing this video, it's a valid puzzle. So I would start again, I think, without that. So check the video length, but do give it a try, because it may very well be valid. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. It's called Landing Zone. Maybe it's meant to look like a landing zone of some sort. I don't know. We get a lot of givens, so maybe it does solve. Now, this 5 and there's a 9 in the cage. We have to have an 8 on the arrow and we can fill in 2 and 1. That is absolutely straightforward. What about this 3? It now can't have a 1 on it. Yeah, that is straightforward. 2 and 4 are the next smallest digits. They make the biggest Sudoku digit, which is a 9. 5, 2, 8, 9, 1. So a 4 there. These are from 3, 6 and 7. The bottom one can't be a 6. What about these? They all add up with those to twice this. Now this can't be, look, it sees 6, 5 and 7 and 4 actually. It obviously can't be 3 or 2, so it's 8 or 9, which was likely anyway given the number of arrow cells. Now these at a minimum add up to 10. I suppose these could add up to 3 at a minimum, and we can double that total to find out the total of the arrows. Yeah, okay, that's not quite as helpful as I thought it was going to be. Oh, 1 there, 1 there. I am, by the way, literally ignoring all the cages apart from this one, which I don't think I can fill in. So they just might as well not be there. I'm really not seeing them at this point, so just don't worry about them. Oh, these see a 1, a 5, a 2, 4 pair, and a 6. They clearly can't be 3 because 2 of the digits can't repeat. Well, I mean, it can't be 3 1s on the arrow. So they are from 7, 8, and 9. That one can't be 7 because of the 7 in the column. That doesn't get me very far. Maybe these all added together means something. No, I mean, they could be 1, 2, 3, 4 is 10. Then these two could add up to, we're making the total of those, so they could easily add up to 6, 7 or 8. Ah, look, 1 and 5 are forming, well, in column 1, 1 and 5 can't go there, so they're forming a pair down here. That's, oops, I went into colour there. How did that happen? Don't know what I hit there. That is 3, 6 or 7. Right, can we do anything with this 25 total? It can't have a 2 in it. I can see that. 8, and if this was a 3, this would be 9, 5, and it can't be. So that's not possible. 8 and 6 would leave an 11 total, which couldn't be 8, 3, 6, 5 or 2, 9. It would be 4, 7. 8 and 7 would leave a 10 total, which couldn't be 2, 8 or 7, 3. Oh, but it could be 6, 4 or 1, 9 that way round. Ah, that wasn't as conclusive as it might have been. It's getting tricky. I mean, I'm still obsessed by knowing if these cages are a joke or if they're here for some reason. They can't be, can they? It could be the message. I mean, that's a good thought, actually. Anyway, right. That is distracting me. Right, 1 is in one of those 2 cells. 5 is in one of those 2. Now, what else? Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to deal with this text. 1 second, I will be back with you in a moment. Right, sorry about that. Where was I? I don't know. I've just looked at this 25 cage, which hadn't been as helpful as I was hoping. 4 and 4 there. I normally get excited about putting a 4 in a cage, but these cages don't matter at all. This cell can't be 1, 5, 6, 2 or 4. It's not quite forming a quadruple or anything. This 8 or 9, The only place that could have a 1 on is there. The only place this could have a 1 on is there. So there's a maximum of 1, 1 between these two arrows. That might be significant. So what are the minimums here? 3, 2, 1. But then this couldn't be 1. This would be, oh yeah, obviously these add up to 10 as a minimum. These two can't be 1. Oh, can that be 5? That's maybe the way to look at this, is it? I suppose with a 2 or a 3 there and a 1 here, yes it can. So I was 10 plus, I suppose, a 2 and a 3, 13. Oh, that's not a significant minimum. Maybe it's this arrow or this circle that matters. Now these can't be 1s. What? This can't be... Oh, it can't be 3 either. 3 has to be in one of these two cells in the column because we ruled it out of there due to the one generous cage that we were given. I am starting to believe this puzzle solves, by the way. So this can't be 1, 2, 3 or 5 now. And that's making it... It also can't be 6. And it can't be 7. It's got to be a 4. It can't be 7 because they would both have to be 1s to get that only to 9. So it can't be 3 because 3 must be there in column 1. It sees 1, 2, 5 and 6 and it can't be 7. It's got to be a 4. So this is either 3 plus 1 equals 8. Can't be 1 plus 4. Ah, right, yeah, these numbers... Yes, okay, I'm going to get this cell now. These numbers... no, I'm not. I'm going to get this cell, weirdly. Right, these numbers cannot add up to more than 5. So they have to be numbers below 5. But look, they can't be 4s because of those two 4s. So they are from 1, 2 and 3. This one can't be a 1. Now these numbers, if this was a 5, that would have to either be 2, 1 or 3, 1 to make this work. And if that was 2, 1 or 3, 1, this column would break because you'd have 4 cells which could only be from 1, 2 and 3. So that is not a 5 and the 5 is here. And don't tell me that's all I get from this. Let's have another look at these. This cell has to be at... Oh, look, it sees 1, 2, 4 and 5. And we worked out it couldn't be as much as 5. So it is a 3. Doesn't fix the cage. Nor does the 5. Right, never mind. These two add up to either 5 or 6. So they're below 5 because 5 sees them both. So they are from 1, 2, 3 and 4. And this is a quadruple now. And it's got to have the 4 here. Oh, actually, look, this can't be a 3 because this would have to be a 2 to make 8 or another 3 to make 9. So, can this be a 3? Yes, with a 2 there. Okay, that's not so good. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4 quad. And a 7 in the column. So this is 5 or 8. That can be any of the other numbers. And this can be 6 or 9 only. Oh, surely it's more helpful than this. I'm definitely using a 1 on one of the arrows, but these can still have a 1 on. In fact, they probably do. This could be 3, 1, making 8. And that would be 2. These two cells, yes, if those are 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 10. Plus 3 plus 4. These two cells have to add up to 17, being the totals that we were getting to there. And that means they are an 8 and a 9. And that means these two cells, which they both see, can't contain 8 or 9. One of these is an 8 and the other is a 9. And that reduces the possibilities in those. Which is fascinating. May not make that much difference, but is very interesting. Oh, we're so close to something now. So in this row, we've used 8, 4, 6, 9. The 1 is definitely, could that be the 1? This would have to be at least, this can't be 2 and 3 because that would make this cell impossible. So if that was the 1, which I doubt, this would be 2 and 5 at least. And then that could be a 1 or a 2. We're not out of the woods yet. 4 in this central box has to go there. Maybe that's helpful for the totals of these arrows. If those are the minimum now, they're 1, 2, 3, 5, that's 11. But then that could be a 1 and a 2, so that's not maximally helpful. That 4 fixes the 4 in this cage, puts it here. That's 4. That's unlikely to butter my parsnips. Oh gosh. Okay, what about this? Can it really be a 7? That's quite an interesting question. If that was a 7, they don't have to be different, remember, so it doesn't have to be 1, 2, 4. 2, 2, 3 would be possible, or 1, 2, 4. I think it would have to be one of those if that was 7. I just don't know. 1 in this cage. No, it could be there. Come on, think. This involves a 4, so it's either 4 and 1 or 4. It can't be 3, can it? Because there must be a 4 in those two cages. So 3 is definitely used in one of these two, which doesn't necessarily help all that much. In fact, I probably knew 3 was used in one of those two from that being 8 or 9 if I'd thought about it. Does 1 or 2 have to be on this arrow, in which case we'll get a virtual triple? I'm sure it does, because that can't be 3 and 5, which are the other... it can't have a 5. It would have to be 3 and 6 at a minimum. So 1 of 1 or 2 is there. The other one is here, along with a 3 or a 6. Yeah, that is right. So 1 of 1 or 2 and 1 of 3 or 6. Actually, have we got a quadruple going on here? No, we haven't. So it could be this being a 9, and this would be 1, 6. No, that won't work. It can't have a 6, because that would be a 9. This would be 1, 6. That would be 2. If that was 1, 6 here, this would be 2, 4, and that would have to be a 9 as well. So there's no 6 here. So we've got another 1, 2, 3, 4 quad. 3 is in one of those two cells. But that doesn't tell me which of those 2 3 is in. But we've got the quad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 goes here. Well, obviously 8 could never be on the arrow, you minky. Don't know what that means. Right, we'll put a 9 there. That's now a 2, 3 pair. This has become an 8 because remember those two had to add up to 17. So this is a 1, 4 pair. So that's a 5. I think we're away now. We're surely getting this one done. There's no 1 here, except me. It could be 2, 3, 2, or it could be 2, 3, 4, making 7 or 9. The 8 comes out of there. 2, 3. This can't stand. No, this can't stand. That's a 6. So this is 9. This is a 7, 6 pair, which can be filled in. That can't be 6 or 7. Ooh, we're probably narrowing down the 25 cage dramatically. Oh, look, 1. There's a 1 in it. I think that will kill it off. 9 plus 16, that's a 7 and a 9. Right, I think we're suddenly getting on the finishing stretch here. 3, 7 and 6 down there. That can't be 7. This can't be 6. 2, 8 and 9 here. That can't be 9. This has become a 7. Yeah, that makes sense. 3 and 6. 7, 9 in the circle. We'll come back to that. That makes this a 4. And we've got a 2 and a 5 in the useless cage. Yes, that I should never have filled in 3 and 2. Right. 3 and 8 there. 6, 7 and 9 along here, but I don't know quite how they work yet. 1, 5, oh, 7, 7 on the line. Good grief. Well, that's going to give us 2 more 1s on it. And a 5, 8 pair. That's a 5. 6, 8, 6, 8. This is fantastic. I mean, this is a very good puzzle, actually. 2, 5 there. Oh, there's not a lot of information in these bottom rows, though, is there? Remembering that all the cages are bogus. That's not a 2. That's not a 3. So lots of these are coming down to 2 possibilities. This column is the most promising. Yeah, where does 4 go in it? That's doable. Then these are from 2, 6, 7 and 8. That's not 7. That's not 6. That's not 2. 1 has to be there. That puts 1 here. Oh, and these pairs are unwinding. That 8 comes out of that, so but that's a chocolate teapot triple. Useless. That's another one. 4, 1, 5, 2, 7. That is 6, 8 or 9. So the 3 in the column goes there, gives us an 8. That fixes box 6 finally. And I'm still not finished. These are from 3, 5, 7 and 9. This one can't be 3. I mean, we're just doing classic Sudoku at this point. That's not 5 or 9. This isn't 7. Oh, it's also not 5. In fact, something has gone wrong with all my pencil marking. Let's try that again. 3, 5, 7 and 9. That can't be 6. This can't be 3. That can't be 5 or 9. This can't be 5 or 7. So, why is this not unwinding? What am I missing? That can't be 8. And here we are again. What's going on now? That's a useless quad. Oh, there's a 3, 7 pair here, so that can't be 7. 2 has to be in the cage, which does not matter. Stop looking at the cages. 5. That's a 5. It's the last 5 in the grid. So everything is down to 2 possibilities except that. What am I missing? Maybe there's some crazy Y-wing here. Oh gosh, this doesn't unwind simply, even though there's only 15 cells left to do. Gosh, hang on. Oh, okay. This can't be a 6. It's a sort of skyscraper. If that was a 6, you'd get a 7 here, a 9 here, and a 6 here. And that's impossible. That is right, isn't it? If this was a 6, that would be 7, that would be 9, that would be 6. So this is a 2. 8 here. This had better have finished it. Yeah, the 2 looks across here. Yes, that has finished it. It does that triple. It does this quad down here. That does this triple. And now we literally are finishing off. So what a nice sting in the tail there, actually. It's a very clever puzzle. Somebody asked the other day, if you curse at a puzzle, doesn't it mean you're getting pleasure from it because it's putting up some resistance? And that's definitely true. I'm not really cursing at the puzzle. I'm cursing at why I can't see what it's doing, as another commenter replied. That's really good by Mr. Fuster or Mr. Derman, whoever you are. Thank you very much for sending that in. An absolute pleasure and really entertaining solve. And those, yeah, what's going on with the cages? Let's have a look at these. Well, 25 would be the letter Y in alphanumeric. We've sometimes seen that used. But this is 27. That's not even in the alphabet. That would be 11, which is K. 18 would be R. I don't think T-O impossible. Oh, I don't think there's a message. I don't know what is going on. I mean, do tell me if you can see what has happened. Maybe we're looking at Area 51, a landing zone. I don't know. I'd love to know what the cages are here for. Maybe it's just beauty and symmetry. But there's some very interesting choices. I don't know. Who knows? Let's enjoy it for what it is. I think it's maybe just a joke to put only one cage total in, but that was vital. Great puzzle. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.